Welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Allison Barnett. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at the stories we have for you today. Middlesboro police arrested a man for allegedly vandalizing a radio tower on Sunday. 28-year-old Joshua Lee was charged with first-degree criminal mischief after police say he played a role in knocking down the WFXY radio station tower. According to reports, officers were dispatched to the end of Bloomsbury Avenue on Sunday when Frank Smith discovered that tower had been pulled down. Sergeant Barry Cowan found a piece of a vehicle embedded in the guide wires and tire tracks. Police say when Officer Cowan returned to the scene on Monday, he noticed a Dodge truck parked at a nearby location. After questioning Lee, reports say he admitted to driving onto the property and hitting the guide wire, stating his brakes locked up. Lee is being held in the Bell County Detention Center without bond. Smith says their AM and FM feeds are still off the air, but coverage can still be streamed on their website. The Claiborne County Charter Commission continued working on their first draft of the new charter for county on Tuesday. Joe Brooks cited a reduction in spending as one reason people in the 1st District want a reduction in commissioners, while Jerry Ware said one commissioner per district gives everyone an equal vote. After the discussion, the Charter Commission decided to include a reduction in commissioners from 21 to 11 in the first draft of the charter. The Charter Commission has a total of 9 months to create a charter to be voted on by the county in the 2020 election. Bell County Sheriff candidates were given a chance to have their voices heard when WRIL hosted a debate at the Bell Theater on Tuesday. The majority of the debate involved discussion on the drug problem within the county. Current Sheriff Mitch Williams explained how his office has battled the drug problem and through a task force, cooperation with other agencies, and an increased focus on drug buys to make arrests. Democrat Carl Frith discussed the need to help rehabilitate those who are currently on drugs. And Independent Tommy Fusen spoke on the need for officers to be proactive in their attempts to stop drug traffickers. The general election will be held on November 6th. A heated discussion over the agenda process took place at the Claiborne County Commission meeting on Monday. Members of the commission were divided when a motion was made to have the agenda submitted through the county mayor's office before reaching the county clerk. Commissioner Juanita Honeycutt then filed an amendment asking for the agenda process to stay the same. After a long discussion between members of the commission and the county mayor Joe Brooks, a motion passed to have the agenda sent to the clerk's office, timed and stamped immediately sent to the county mayor for review. The move was done in an attempt to keep the county mayor informed of possible resolutions being placed on the agenda. Now let's take a look at your community calendar of events coming up over the next couple of weeks. Lincoln Memorial University will be hosting its annual Halloween Havoc on October 31st. This event will kick off the trick-or-treating on the top concourse of Tex Turner Arena. There will be 40-plus tables handing out candy. This will last from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. At 7:30 p.m., the movie Hocus Pocus will be shown on a 20-foot inflatable screen on the arena floor. Guests will be able to sit in the bleachers to watch the movie. Popcorn and drinks will be served. This event is free and open to the public. Now we'll look at your community calendar, but stay with us. It's coming up after the break. Brandon Burke will have your sports report right here on LMU Community TV News.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic.
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs and you learned how to not ignore yours. I discovered how to make healthier meals, and I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shields, and I'm a physician and the medical director at LMU Medical Clinics. This is a brief announcement about keeping LMU and you healthy during the upcoming flu season. Influenza, or flu for short, is a virus that causes fever, body aches, and upper respiratory symptoms like cough, runny nose, and sore throat. It is transmitted through the air and can even be spread on objects touched by someone who has the flu. The virus spreads easily from person to person and is most active from October through March. There are 3 things you can do to prevent becoming ill with the flu. First, get vaccinated. The most effective way of preventing the flu is to get the flu vaccine every year. The vaccine does not give you the flu or make you sick. The vaccine may not be 100% effective, however, it does offer significant protection and lessen the symptoms should you get the flu. The CDC recommends everyone 6 months and older be vaccinated before the flu season begins. Number 2, wash your hands. Stop the spread of germs and protect yourself with frequent hand washing with soap or alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And third, if you are sick, stay home. Should you become ill with flu-like symptoms of fever, sore throat, cough, limit your contact with others. Schedule an appointment as soon as possible with LMU Medical Clinic or your healthcare provider. There are antivirals that may be indicated if started within 48 hours of symptoms. Stay home until you are fever-free for 24 hours without over-the-counter medications like Motrin or Tylenol. I'm Dr. Shields, and this has been a brief announcement about keeping LMU and you healthy during the upcoming flu season.
Welcome back. The Lincoln Memorial Lady Rail Splitter volleyball team wrapped up their 3-game road trip with a 4th consecutive victory, having no problem sweeping the Tusculum Pioneers for the 2nd straight time this season on Tuesday evening in Greenville, having now won 5 of their last 6 matches overall. LMU breezed through both Queens and Catawba last weekend for their 2nd and 3rd road wins of 2018, and after winning 6 of 7 total sets against the Royals and the Indians, the Lady Rail Splitters faced little resistance from their in-state South Atlantic Conference rival, besting the Pioneers 25-16, 25-19, and 25-22 to account for the 3-0 knockout. Lincoln Memorial was led offensively by AstroTurf Sack Player of the Week Riley Storms, the redshirt junior landing a team-high 14 kills to go along with 10 digs and 3 aces. Tone Gill chipped in 10 kills and 5 digs. Kai Wiesman and Lindsay Nartker combining for 13 at 7 and 6 apiece, the latter notching 15 digs. Senior libero Erica Whitaker matched that mark with 15 digs as well. Freshman Emily Walter leading the blue and gray in assist with 33. Collecting 41 kills as a unit on a 198 attack percentage, the Lady Rail Splitters defense held Tusculum to a less than impressive 97 hitting clip on just 32 kills, while the LMU offense did their part to keep their momentum rolling. With the one-sided W over the Pioneers, Lincoln Memorial improves to 13-6 as a whole this season, moving to 9-4 in South Atlantic Conference play, good enough to race past Mars Hill for 3rd place in the league. In addition to that, LMU continues to own the series history against Tusculum, beating TU for the 9th time in their last 12 tries. And now that the Lady Rail Splitters have gotten the monkey off their back with 3 wins not in Harrogate consecutively, it's back to the Mary Mars Gymnasium, where LMU holds a 9-1 record this weekend, seeing 2 of 4 straight home contests taking place on Friday and Saturday, taking on Newberry and Anderson. Grabbing their 7th victory via straight sets on Tuesday, Lincoln Memorial hopes to keep up their tremendous second-half work off the heels of a 4-game winning streak. And while the LMU women's volleyball squad traveled to Tusculum on Tuesday to bump the Pioneers in convincing fashion, both Lincoln Memorial soccer clubs faced off against the same conference opponent on Wednesday afternoon, although with this particular doubleheader taking place in Harrogate. Only 3 more matches are left on the 2018 schedule for the Splitters once the Tusculum meetings have come to an end, and for both teams, Wednesday was all about building and sustaining momentum. For the Lady Rail Splitters, who got the day started with a 1 o'clock kickoff, 3 straight victories pushed LMU into the top 10 of the Southeast regional rankings, of course coming at the perfect time with the postseason looming. Lincoln Memorial has gathered the attention of the region thanks to a 5-0 blowout over Mars Hill, a heart-stopping double overtime triumph over Wingate, and most recently a clutch 2-1 performance over Lenoir-Rhyne in Hickory last Saturday. That leaves the Lady Railsplitters with an 8-3 record overall entering Wednesday, a 3-2 mark in sack action, placing LMU in 5th across the league standings. The 1-goal victory over the Bears last weekend has launched LMU to their highest win total since 2014, surpassing last season's 7 wins with plenty of more games to be had. Coincidentally, the Lady Railsplitters searched for their first 4-game winning streak since that same season on Wednesday, which was also the last time that Lincoln Memorial got the better of the Pioneers, having lost the last 3 in the series history. With Tusculum 1 spot below LMU in the SAC standings, the Lady Railsplitters needed another tight performance to keep surging up the conference, and it was the men's soccer club that took the field later that afternoon, facing the Pioneers at 3:30. Lincoln Memorial would be in a similar situation to that of the women's side, i.e. looking to extend an impressive winning streak, although the Railsplitters' momentum was halted in shocking form last Saturday at Lenoir-Rhyne, the Bears somehow converting back-to-back scores with under 5 minutes left in regulation to steal a 1-goal victory, denying LMU a win over the top team in the SAC. Despite this, Lincoln Memorial still ranks 8th in the region due to their body of work leading up to Saturday's heartbreaker against LR, a 6-3-2 overall record, including a 3-game winning streak recently and a 3-2-1 distinction against league foes, tied with Carson Newman for 5th place in the conference. Wednesday's battle with in-state rival Tusculum was crucial for LMU to establish momentum again, as the Pioneers are the 2nd best team in the league statistically. And to find out how both blue and gray soccer squads performed in the second-to-last home meeting of 2018, you can visit www.lmurailsplitters.com, the best destination for all things Lincoln Memorial athletics related over the fall semester. And as part of the homecoming festivities this past weekend all over the campus of LMU, the class of 2018 Hall of Fame inductees were honored on Saturday morning inside Tex Turner Arena, as 4 new names have been forever cemented in the history books as some of the best athletes to ever don a blue and gray uniform. With 2 Lady Railsplitters softball players being inducted, along with 2 former women's volleyball standouts, Nikki Miller-Schultz of softball was the oldest of the 4 that was honored, graduating from LMU in 2001. One of the most successful pitchers in the history of the program, Miller-Schultz ranks either first or tied for first in complete games with 76, shutouts with 26, and total wins with 66. Second in school history with a 1.43 ERA and third in opponent's batting average of .230, she twice won 23 games in a season, tied for the most ever at Lincoln Memorial. A 2-time all-conference recipient and all-region selection, Miller-Schultz was joined on the softball field across the Hall of Fame by Amanda Haynes-Comparato, who graduated in 2003. A 4-year starter for the program, Comparato's name is still all over the school record books, ranking 1st in chances and putouts and 2nd in fielding percentage at .988. Recording 31 home runs, 113 runs scored, 109 RBIs, and 182 hits, Comparato was awarded all-conference recognition for her time at LMU. Inducted in the Hall on the volleyball side was Katie Holly Rhodes, a member of the class of 2004. Another Lady Railsplitter whose name is synonymous with program records, Rhodes ranks 1st in assists with 4,423 and in assists per set with 9.85, 2nd in attack percentage at .323. Also in 3rd in service aces with 176, Rhodes accounted for 2 of the top 7 seasons in terms of total assists at Lincoln Memorial, joined in the same sport by the final inductee on Saturday, Lauren Kawaka, a member of the class of 2011. One of the most versatile players to ever suit up for LMU, the Tip City, Ohio native racked up 11 career triple-doubles on her way to being a 2-time All-SAC performer and All-Region selection. Kawaka ranks 1st in school history in career sets played with 479, collecting 3,159 total assists on 6.59 per frame. The Lady Railsplitters reached the NCAA tournament 3 times during Kawaka's illustrious career, and the LMU Hall of Fame proudly awards its latest 4 spots to Kawaka, Rhodes, Comparato, and Miller-Schultz. And while the 2018 high school football regular season is beginning to wind down in the tri-state area, that doesn't mean that action won't be coming full force, because that's exactly what's on deck this Friday for Week 10 matchups. As playoff pictures were shaken up around the region following another crazy night last weekend, let's take a look at who's playing who on the gridiron this Friday. Starting with the state of Tennessee, it's the big one for Cumberland Gap and Claiborne as another chapter of the Battle of the River gets underway this weekend, held at Claiborne High. The Panthers and the Bulldogs duking it out in the Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week. Complete coverage of the weekend's contest will begin at 6 o'clock p.m. on 91.3 FM WLMU, with live pregame analysis beginning at 7 from CHS, as CG looks for a 5th win on the year, while the Bulldogs look for bragging rights with records thrown out the window. Still reeling from last week's 56-0 loss to powerhouse Fulton, the Campbell County Cougars search for a 5th win against Clinton from Jacksboro, the first of 2 home games in a row for CC to close out the year. While the Grizzlies of Granger have been dynamite in their last 4 outings, winning all 4 of them for 5 W's in all, they'll have their hands full this Friday when 8-0 Greenville visits Rutledge in the penultimate game of the regular season. Looking to snap a 4-game losing slide in what has been a nightmare of a year, the 1-7 Jellicoe Blue Devils battle Cosby in the first of 2 straight home games to end the fall slate. The Indians of Hancock County will be ending 2018 a week before the rest of the field, having not taken a bye all season, traveling to Rockwood on Friday with a 3-6 record. And the Union County Patriots, fresh off of their first bye week last week, hopes to get back to their winning ways after consecutive losses, visiting Sullivan Central, hoping for win number 5. Moving on to the state of Kentucky, the Bell County Bobcats, victims of defeat for the first time last Friday against Corbin, return home to meet Jackson County, looking to build on their 7-1 record, while both the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets and the Pineville Mountain Lions hope to stop the bleeding. MHS facing Somerset in the middle of a 6-game losing streak, and PHS closing the schedule at Harlan, having lost their last 4 after a 4-1 start. And lastly, in Virginia, the Lehigh Generals will try to hit the reset button after 3 straight L's in a 2-5 record, hosting Wise Central from 5 Star Stadium. And the Thomas Walker Pioneers will take the week off for their bye, having rolled thus far to a 6-2 record. LMU Community TV Sports will provide updates on all the final scores from these contests next Monday, so be sure to stay in touch with all the latest developments under the lights. And that is all for sports over the weekend, but stay tuned as more LMU Community TV news is coming up right after this.
So we were walking to school.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have
I really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Thanks for watching LMU Community TV News. I'm Allison Barnett, and have a great evening.